ค Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. With the exception of all graduates, please remove all headgear.
You may be seated. Good morning, my Falcon family. I'm Jalea Colston, your 2021-2022 Student Body President. Thanks. It gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone here as we celebrate today's big accomplishment. We have experienced a lot in the last 2 years. Our world changed when the pandemic hit. We had to adapt to being away from the school environment to which we were so accustomed. I know it was not easy for many of us, but I can say I am very proud of each of us today because we did not let trying times defeat us. I applaud each of you for overcoming all the obstacles to get to this place in time. So many of us had people in our lives who told us we wouldn't even make it to this point. But you should all have a smile on your face today because not only did you prove them wrong, but you did this for you. Class, the past 4 years symbolized the strength, the drive, the dedication, the determination, and most of all, the memories we created with one another. Your success is not by accident. It came to fruition through hard work, perseverance, studying, and most of all, importantly, a love for what you were accomplishing. I encourage each of you to improve upon those elements of success as we enter a new part of our lives, because they will help us when we face the challenges and traps that will tempt us to keep us from our mission. This occasion should embolden all of us to stay focused, reach our goals, and chase our dreams. Receiving our diploma does not spell the end of the road for us. We should refuse to allow that to become our fate. Our surges after today will take us in many directions, but I am glad to say that I'm a member of the class who are about to be the movers and shakers of tomorrow. It's time for us to live to those dreams as we had as kids. As Oprah Winfrey once said, doing the best at this moment puts us in the best place for the next moment. I encourage you all to continue to press onward toward the abundance that awaits each of us. Audience, let's give it up for the class of 2022.
Call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through when no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile. On
Good morning. I am honored to introduce our invited guests who are sitting on the stage. Please hold your applause until all of our guests have been recognized. We ask that guests remain standing until everyone has been introduced. The members of Cumberland County Board of Education, Mr. Greg West, Board Chair. Mrs. Deanna Jones, Vice Chair. Ms. Alicia Chisholm. Mrs. Donna Van. Mrs. Susan Williams. And Mr. Charles McKellar. From the Cumberland County Schools, Dr. Marvin Conley, Superintendent, Cumberland County Schools. Dr. Mary Black, Associate Superintendent. Dr. Betty Musselwhite, Associate Superintendent. Mr. Ron Phipps, Associate Superintendent. Mr. Ruben Reyes, Associate Superintendent. Mr. Nicholas Soka, Board Attorney. Dr. Lindsay Whitley, Chief Executive Officer of Community Engagement. Dr. Stacy Wilson Norman, Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Jane Fields, Associate Superintendent. And Dr. Tanjay Robertson, Area Superintendent. Please give them a hand. Thank you for your presence. You may please be seated. Allow me to introduce some additional guests. Please remain standing until everyone has been recognized. Please hold your applause again until they've been acknowledged. On the stage from 71st High School personnel, Ms. Irma Simpson, 71st High School Teacher of the Year. Ms. Deanna Bradley, Graduate Presenter. Mr. Charles Hall, Graduate Presenter. Mr. Christian Kilgore, Graduate Presenter. Jalea Colson, Student Body President. Micah Coward, Senior Class President. Zabriel Kershaw, Salutatorian, and Emmanuel Baycoat, Valedictorian. Please give them a hand. You may be seated. To my right on the floor are senior homeroom teachers, 71st guidance counselors, Mr. Shaquille is in here somewhere, and members of faculty are throughout the Coliseum. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. I would like to welcome you all who are gathered here today to share in this momentous celebration of academic achievement. To that end, I implore you to respect the dignity of this occasion by refraining from shouting, applauding, or making any other unacceptable expressions of emotion until the last graduate has been recognized. Our seniors, your children, have worked hard to become graduates, and we owe them the true measure of respect that this graduation ceremony warrants. We ask that you hold your applause until the last graduate has been awarded his diploma. We invite you to stand silently in acknowledgement when your child's name is called. Moreover, we have many family members who are deployed and are unable to attend, but are able to view this ceremony live via the internet. They do not have the benefit of a program and must listen carefully to names being called when their graduate crosses the stage. This is yet another reason that it is imperative that we ask you to conduct yourself respectfully. When the last senior receives his diploma and has exited the stage, you will be free to express your excitement, and then I will ask for your attention again as your children turn the tassel and officially become graduates of the 2022. Unfortunately, those individuals who choose not to adhere to the aforementioned requests regarding behavior will be escorted from the premises and will actually miss out on the turning of the tassel, which is the most important part of the graduation ceremony. For your convenience, a professional photographer from Life Touch Studios photographed each graduate at our full dress rehearsal and will take more today. Portrait will be available to you to view online in 10 days at event.lifetouch.com. And to my senior class, I am both honored and sincerely humbled to stand before you today on such a prestigious occasion. It has truly been a pleasure and a blessing to walk amongst you as your principal. Like any great adventure, it has been exciting and rewarding, to say the least. I truly hope you remember me as fondly as I will remember you. Like those before you, your concerns for one another and for the image of 71st High School is truly extraordinary, I must say at least. At some times it was emotionally and overwhelming at times. However, your ability to adapt to the changing demands of the last 4 years set you above all who have preceded you. You are truly the first unique class of 71st High School. Thank you so much for your dedication and ability to adapt. However, I must remind you, today you are being recognized only for a chapter, and tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, you will be beginning a new adventure in your life. That's right, learning continues in some form or another. I challenge you to adjust and adapt as favorably to the future adventures as well as you have adjusted to the last 4 years. Do not deviate from your plans and consider how your decisions will affect your plans. Be cocky, for confidence will prevent you from watching from the sidelines and missing out on the treasures you truly deserve. Be competent, and remember the quick fix is not always the best solution, and lasting success is deeply rooted in sincere, unselfish self-motivation. Get up when you get knocked down. Fight through the pain when you get hurt. Never dwell on a negative decision of yesterday, and take advantage of the opportunities as they are presented to you on a daily basis. I look forward to hearing from you over time and marveling over your success. Travel well, travel safely. I wish you all an abundance of peace of mind. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Micah Cower, and I am the 2021-2022 Senior Class President. I want to give a big thank you to our parents, teachers, faculty, staff, and board members for joining us today. I also wish to say congratulations to the class of 2022 for making it to the end of the first chapter of our lives and for preparing us to move on to the next chapter. Seniors, let us think back to freshman year of school. The transition to high school was a time of nervousness, but it was also mixed with the excitement and joy of leaving middle school. Some of us understandably had no sense of direction, but our teachers, counselors, and administrators skillfully guided us onto the path that has led us to today's ceremony. Parents, we know this is an emotional time for you as well, and you may not be looking forward to the separation that graduation might cause. However, at this stage of our lives, we hope that you trust that you have given us the tools and wisdom to maneuver successfully around any barriers we might face. Classmates, this has not been the easiest 4 years for us, but they have helped to define who we are as individuals. We have experienced a lot that other generations before us did not, and this has been a plus for some and a challenge for others. COVID will forever be the biggest life-changing event in our recent experiences, requiring virtual schooling and wearing a mask no matter where we travel. The inability to socialize with classmates or faculty and staff due to COVID gave this terrible disease the power to affect us on either a physical, mental, spiritual, or an emotional level, or a mix of all these factors. Not willing to dwell on the negative, we chose to remember that things did get better and we eventually were able to have fun events and participate as normal, such as attending the prom and Friday night football games, cheering on our basketball team as they made it to the state finals, and best of all, being given the option to wear a mask or not. In spite of all the adversity, we are graduating today as a part of the Generation Z, the young generation that will eventually have a large impact on the world. Class of 2022, I challenge you to find your individual success in life and continue to navigate all the curves in the road that life may throw at you. It is my belief we can achieve anything we put our minds to as long as we try. As Tupac Shakur once said, remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. Therefore, seniors, I challenge you to go out and live your best and live your dreams in the most positive way that you can. Keep your head up and live your best life. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
Good morning, and welcome to today's ceremony. I wish to give a special recognition to our visiting dignitaries, to our families and friends, to the faculty and staff, and to the graduating class. My name is Ariel Kershaw, and I'm the Salutatorian for the class of 2022. If you will allow me to make it about me for one moment, I would like to take the time to thank my God, my family, my teachers, and my friends for their encouragement and support over the years. This essential network of people have guided me to this present moment, and I am humbled to stand before everyone today in order to honor their love and nature on my behalf. This occasion serves as a crowning achievement to a goal we've been pursuing since our first day in elementary school. On our quest to attend the ceremony, we have made many friends and developed cherished memories that will last a lifetime. In addition, if you'll take the time to look at the person next to you, you'll see someone who's a survivor, much like yourself. This senior class has persevered through some unique and challenging circumstances. From the uneventful start to our freshman year, to our sophomore year abruptly being canceled due to a pandemic, from the start of that unforgettable day in March 2020, and through our junior year of school, things would never be the same. No one had much of a clue about our next steps, but we knew we had to continue to go forward until we passed either through or by that storm. In words of Arthur Golden, adversity is like a strong wind. It tears away from us all, but the things that cannot be torn, so that we see ourselves as we really are. Well, seniors, I think we can all agree that the last 2 years have shown us who we really are. We faced that wind, we stared it down, and we overcame it together as a unit in the hope that we could possibly reunite in the school building as seniors. Thankfully, those hopes were realized, and we returned to the nurturing halls of St. First High School in August of 2021. Our senior year took us very close to our pre-COVID situation, and we made the best of the time they had left at St. First High School before the year ended. We have toiled diligently, we have made the grades, and now we have arrived successfully in anxious anticipation of our diplomas. Class, I'm so very proud of us. We're finishing strong, and now it's time to receive the reward for our persistent work and dedication. As you come across the stage to receive your diploma, hold on to that feeling of accomplishment over insurmountable odds. Carry that feeling with you no matter where you go after we leave this building today. No challenge is too great, no obstacle is too big to overcome. I think that's what's so special about our class. At the end of the day, it boils down to this. We are the 71st High School Conquerors of 2020 through 2022. Seniors, keep your heads held high, continue to set and accomplish your goals. Also, please remember, success comes in cans, failures in cans. Congratulations, do the right thing, stay blessed.
Good morning, everyone. I wish to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Connolly and all of our distinguished board members, our faculty and staff, parents, family, and visitors. I am Emmanuel Baycoat, the 71st High School Valedictorian for the class of 2022. I wish to take this opportunity to say a heartfelt thank you to each of you for joining us today. Additionally, for those of you who are instrumental in our presence here today, we wish to thank you for your expertise in making these past 4 years the best they could be under extremely unpredictable and unprecedented circumstances. Well, everyone, I have thought considerably about what I wish to say to you today, so I will just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. COVID. That unforeseen and unexpected maelstrom that attempted to conquer the world. That enemy that inflicted so much damage in a multitude of ways, transitioning us from the classroom and into a study space at home, challenging us to learn through screens and text, and separating us from our friends. COVID. That vicious contender who threw his darts onto the world stage and caused confusion, despair, and sometimes, unfortunately, death. After much reflection, I have made a decision in an attempt to refocus everyone on the ultimate purpose of today's monumentous ceremony. I have resolved that this speech will not give any additional power to that unrepentant foe. I believe that we are all also ready to let the past be concerning him and his devices. I say today, enough is enough. Instead of allowing him to keep us bound in the negative, let us end our high school career with a new focus, a focus which reflects our soon-to-be announced elevated status. I turn our attention instead to one word: victory. The victory that appears when you least expect it. The victory that comes from working hard to accomplish your goals. The victory you experience when everyone has counted you out and you're able to prove them wrong. Yes, today I choose to focus on our victories represented by the toil, sweat, and tears of the hard-fought battles we encountered to get here at this moment. Our victory. If you will give me a few more moments of your time, I wish to relate a story to you about how a contender who was counted out before he even began and how he achieved the ultimate victory. This contender was relatively new, unproven, and not even supposed to be in the competition. Admittance into his race happened because another contender was scratched from the position. His eligibility was discovered 30 seconds before the cutoff deadline. Unbelievable? Maybe so. Nevertheless, a true scenario. He stepped up and took his position, much as we did as students traversing the halls of 71st High School for the first time, not particularly certain about how we would get to the finish line, but assured that if we continued to strive for our goals, that we would cross that line. He heard the starting signal, just as we did at the beginning of each school year, knowing that we had the drive and stamina to get the mission accomplished. Next, he ran that race to the finish, just as we have run the race to the end of our high school careers. Finally, the seemingly impossible happened. This underdog came from behind, having started very close to the last position, passed all others in the last few seconds, and won the race. Victory. I relate this today with this in mind. The enemy had us pegged as underdogs, as defeated foes, as less than competent, but now we say, you got it wrong. The joke is on you. You, enemy, were the underdog in the battle, never realizing that the scales would tip in our favor. We stayed the course. We stood strong. And not only did we survive, we also thrived. Classmates, I exhort you to continue in your quest for excellence. Let your next steps take you even closer to the greatness you have always envisioned for yourselves. And remember to bless others along the way who may fall within your spheres of influence. Keep your focus on your victories, whether big or small. To the enemy that tried it, we say this as a united class. Enemy, we have won this because we have battled you, we have defeated you, and we have victoriously crossed the finish line. Class of 2022, congratulations. Thank you.
Seniors on the stage, you may join your classmates. Mrs. Bradley, if you would now come forward for the presentation of the class of 2022.
Amir Hakim Abdur Rashid. Jalalis Marie Acevedo. Courtney Adams. Edward Alexander. Artravian Alford. Shaquavian Alford. Jacoby Allen. Jameson Emerald Aris Whittington Alston. Jacoby Allen Alvis. Sean Ansel. Benjamin Sergio Aponte Jr. Jacob Allen Archer. Alana Janae Atkinson. Deja Escarate. Omar Aziz. Emmanuel Zamir Baycoat. Jonathan Thomas Baez. Maylee Baez Campos. Brandon Robert Bailey. Tamia Baines. Darius Baker. Renaya Ball. Adejuan Balogan. Tierra Simone Banks. Zaquan Ladarius Barbour. Alton Lee Barron Jr. Demarion Vontel Bell. Caden Bell. Uriah Bell. Brandon Bernal. Joshua Blue. Lainey Bodrick. Corey Thomas Bonds. Ryan Borton. Josiah Raymond Boyd. Xaviana Monique Boyd Edmonds. Darius Broughton Jr. Anaya Brown. Javel Brown. Jalen Michael Bryant. Kalisha Alana Bullock. Jared Tyler Bynum. Darian Anthony Bird, Jr. Tajane Kabato. Keontae Caldwell. Nasir Calhoun. Grant Jackson Campbell. Yasir Canty. Isabel Marie Caraballo. Ashana Carr. Sienna Carr. Diana Carroll. Rosa Alexandria Carvajal. Namir Clark. Yvonette Class. Edric Clay. Isaiah Benjamin Coleman. Ariana Nicole Colon. Jalea Desiree Colson. Michaela Marie Copeland. Micah Miguel Coward. Samuel Joseph Cox. De'Aaron Lee Cranford. Hannah Emma Krieger. Jaya Nisha Cruz. Denise Davis. Javion Davis. Shakari Dawkins. Anansi Demery. Aja Douglas. Caron Edmonds. Jordan Edwards. Xavion Egerton Ray. Alfonso Eichelberger. Busolami E. Alicia. Dean Eli. Nevaeh Eubanks. Bria Jaquel Evans. Sean Evbodaj. Nashawn Everett. Destiny Divine Farmer. Cornelius Lorenzo Felder II. Thomas Felder. Janiyah Farron Hepburn. Cammie Floyd. Travion Fontenot. Devin Ryan Fox. Malachi Fox. And now calling names, Mr. Christian Kilgore.
Entrene Veronica Frazier. Kevin Alexander McClellan. Taquella LaFay Gist. Caleb Ricky Glover. Brianna Tierra Gray. Sarah Eden Sanaya Gray. Micah Keith Green. Kamari Nair Gunther. Khazra Bint Abdur-Rashid Hardister. Destiny Harris. Jordan Edward Harris, Jr. Jalen Dion Hart. Sanaya Kalia Hart. Shamari Quinte Mashon Hatchell. Raynasia Diavian Hatcher. Danae Jalen Hawkins. Talia Sanjay Ann Helton. Mariana Lanaya Hicks. Logan Edward Hilbish. Kimberly Vega Hill. Paris Samoria Hill. Isabella Starr Holcomb. Zola Serena Holyfield. Joseph Holmes III. Sanaya Alasia Holmes. Malik Horn. Christian Amarion Hunt. Maya Minesha Simone Hutchinson. Jesse Katina Lee James. Aaron Jacob Christopher Jarrick. Deanna Lenora Jenkins. Tiana Lynn Jenkins. Elijah Johnson Hill. Jaquan Johnson. Kalan Nevaeh Jakarie Johnson. Madison Charmaine Johnson. Raven Kyrie Johnson. Saul Jared Johnson. Haley Alana Johnston. Desmond Thomas Jones. Janisha Denise Jones. Quinasia Brianna Jones. Zaria Chianti Jones. Zabriel Lorenz Kershaw. Nathan Dale King. Amore Elena Mercedes Kirkland. Jeremy Van Austin Knight. Elijah Jermaine Quamir Lewis. Hannah Marie Lewis. Isaac Johannes Lewis. Amani Guy Locklear. Tyasia Sarah Lofton. Clifton Isaiah Lowry. Kevin Daniel Lozano Cruz. Mendez Devon Lucas. Paris Michael Manning. Alexis Rihanna Marin. Cheyenne Faith Mariquin Wilson. Jaden Nicholas Massey. Eli McAllister III. Rakaya Elia McCain. Koran Eliza McDougald. Kataya Alexis McElroy. Avery Deshawn McGugan. Jaden Jawan McKinnon. Jadea Marie McCoy. Ethan Joel McCoy Wilson. Brianna Jamise Michelle McNair. Alina Amari McPherson. David Sebastian Meadows. Jaden Marcelino Mendez. Mercedes Centadrian Michelle. Fabio Matthias Milanes. Malachi Caden Mills. Michael Angelo Montez Felix. Andrea Sierra Moore. Jamari Isaiah Raekwon Moore. Zion Emmanuel Moore. Avery Robert Morris. Laartis Morris. Caden Lee Murphy. Sarah Nicole Myers. And now calling names, Mr. Charles Hall.
LaTracy Sherelle Napper. Raymond Demont Neal Jr. Kaylin Centray Neesmith. Rosangel Nunez Almanzar. Olivia Alahmi Aretakai. Kamari LeBron Owens. Materio Jaquez Owens. Jayla Marie Owens Kemper. Darren Lamont Parnell. Janie Charday Faith Patterson. Alteria Lene Peoples. Emmanuel Jose Peralto Santiago. Winsel Yaniel Perez Negron. Anaya Shanae Peterson. Sinai Jordan Phillips. Jalina Jada Pitt. Zakir Marquise Pitts Gross. Catherine Jane Potter. Amaya Dinese Powell. Miles Jordan Rainford. Demontrius Zykeith Ratliff. Messiah Samaj Ratzliff. Hunter Drake Reeves. Faith Marie Reed. Caitlin Marie Reed. Michael Andre Roden Rinkin. Sakina Rich. Lynn Richardson. Jakai Reeves Blount. Julius Riley III. Michael Anthony Rios. Jemiah Simone Rivers. Kayla Desiree Rivers. Adrian Allen Rodriguez. Alicia Emily Rodriguez. Yaniel Isaac Rodriguez Quiones. Marquise Rolling. Samir Ryan. Ozaria Salone. Zakira Sams. Ricardo Santamaria III. Shanora Grace Simbly. Tylon Shondell Shropshire. Jordan Joby Schuler. Anaya Janae Simpson. Uralee Neal Simpson, Jr. Michaela Singleton. Nylin Christique Singleton. Shania Singleton. J-Rail Traquan Sma. Elizabeth Sosa Smith. Rashad Smith. Christopher Anthony Solomon McClendon. Christopher Stodd. Alexis Faith Stevens. Yanni Nashir Strange. Gilbert Manuel Tavares Vargas. Edwin Prentice Terry. Devin O'Neill Thagard. Azaria Naya Thomas. Tyreek Sean Thompson. Tyshawn Amir Thompson. Ronnie Douglas Thorns. Maxwell George Toledo. Jacob Ryan Tompkins. Angelus Damian Todd Turnlund. Tyreek Montanio Tyler. Alyssa Charmaine Ukalikbi. Jordan Vale. Jakari Wall. Jasmine Cherie Wallace. Amaria Jonay Walls. Constance Talia Washington. Erica Lynn Washington. Jordan Washington. Jacob Henry Webb. Grafton Emmett White the fourth. Jermaine Jaden White, Jr. Ayana Jade Williams. Kamari Williams. Jate Jashawn Williams. Jada Caroline Williams. Jalen Williams. Kinley Williams Jr. Kaylin Williams. Portia Williams. Raman Robbie Williams. Victoria Andrea Williams. Egypt Williamson. Savalis Willis. Yakira Wilson. Jada Maya May Wright. Kinsley Noel Wu. Kevontre Yates. Gregory Antonio Young III. Jaden Christian Young. Jordan Christopher Young. Josiah Desan Young.
If I may have your attention so we may complete the program. If you'd give us just a moment so we can make it official. Please work with us here so we can announce them as graduates, please. Graduates, are you ready? You would please stand. By the state of North Carolina Department of Public Instructions, I declare you graduates of 71st High School, class of 2022. You may turn your tassels.